Okay, that's on and rolling. Welcome to Kids Corner. We are here with our illustrious group. I appreciate you for coming this morning. Today is June 8th, 2024, and we're going to go over a week ago information. So I don't know if you were, I believe you were here, Keith Ann, and we had a little bit of homework. Do you have any of that information in front of you?
Was it last week?
Yes. Yeah, we skipped
I
one
didn't
week,
think we had a.
week before last. Last week I missed.
Oh,
It was a week ago prior. So 2 weeks ago.
so we were on bricks.
Um, should have been community. How do I provide service to my community and financial goal by age 21?
Okay.
So three things: community, how do I provide service for my community, and financial goals at age 21?
Yes.
The floor is yours.
Well, for community, from high school, we had to have a certain number of hours in order to graduate. But now that I'm a college student, I go to a liberal arts school and we also need to have some community hours. And the way it's structured is a little different at college versus at home. At home, I'm used to volunteering at elderly homes and spending time with them, just playing games or painting their nails. That's a normal thing. But at school, it's set up where you take buses from the campus to the town because the town that I go to school in is New Bedford.
Mm-hmm.
And we work with little kids instead of with the elderly.
All right.
Yes.
Mentor.
Yes, it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we provide services like if they need help with homework or arts and crafts or just somewhere to stay after school
Mm-hmm.
because usually parents are at work.
Awesome. And the
Yes,
last
and
one.
then for personal goals at the age of 21 would be to get more scholarships for school. Because right now I have two, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm working towards getting more scholarships so that I'll have more financial space with money that I earn from work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So, if I may ask, how do you feel you are doing in that aspect as far as um, generating more income?
Well, at school, the scholarships are either based on need or based on academics, and I've been keeping up with that. So the higher that the GPA that you generate each semester is, the better your chances are for getting the scholarship. So I
Mm-hmm.
think I'll be earning one for the semester coming up.
Awesome. You know you are.
Yes.
Yes, speak it into existence and it'll always come. Never sow doubt into what you do. Even even if it doesn't come out, you have to have the spirit and the knowing that it's going to come out the way you want it to. It may not happen right then, but I assure you, if you keep that mindset and you keep it in your heart and you keep it for real, without doubt, it will be granted. That's the law of attraction. But awesome. Great job. Thank you so much for your input.
Thank you.
Just want to write these notes down. Give me a second. All right. Let me ask before I go on, is there any other juniors on at this point? Any other juniors here? I'll take that as a no. All right. So if I may, I'm going to take the floor back. Thank you, Keith Ann. I appreciate your input. There's a few things I want to touch on as far as community and to help everyone understand the word. There's a reason why I use these words because a lot of times things come to me from the Creator and I need to speak on them to adjust how people think, including myself. Um, a lot of times this information is given to me. So it's all educational. None of this is financial um, advice. This is for education purposes only. The word community, there's a lot in that word, and a lot of people, or I'll just say people, I'll just say people. People tend to look over words. And if you look into the word, you will find that there are many things within. Commune. Before you go any further, commune is the actual connection to other people on a spiritual level, not verbal, not what kind of clothes you got on, what kind of clothes they have on, none of that. To commune is to show love to and compassion, which is my favorite word, to others, no matter what stereotype, whatever level they are, whatever. I try not to use titles, just like I won't allow people to title me. You know, just like at work, well, I want to make you the kitchen manager. No, just have me help people. If they need help, come to me. I don't need a title. I don't like titles. They're okay for some people. Um, a lot of people get into titles, but then when you think about it, when a person dives into a title, you get a certain mindset and you block out commune, being able to commune with others. A manager or someone who is above others is oppression. And I want no parts of that. None. Um, to commune is to speak to another on a level of compassion, to bring that person up, to assist their mindset, to show that you don't have to have $1 million to be considered rich. You don't have to have big lavish homes, expensive cars, to be considered wealthy. When you can commune with another and block out all of those titles, then you see the person. You see someone that you can either learn from or they can learn from you. Next word, community. Community is everybody. Within the community, within your immediate reach, like if you walk up the street or down the street, you see people on the porch or whatever, that's your immediate community. The community abroad is everybody else around the entire globe. See, community is not just where you can reach and touch. Community is everybody. And you have to have the same compassion and love and consideration for them, just like if they were right up the street from you. And that, my friends, is what has been lost in this country. Community. Everyone is based off of some type of title: president, vice president, congressperson, uh, representative of the House. These are titles of a specific duty. Now, manager at the job, and the same thing repeats. If you don't believe me, and when you look at a job that you're working at, see if there's not a president, a vice president, managers, general managers. These are all titles and levels. That's oppression. We see it as, oh, that's the company. No, that's the programming to keep you thinking like a slave. Okay, you have to see it for what it is. So these titles that we're speaking on in the word community, 90% of them have lost touch with the word commune. You will find that out when you start working. Or if you're already working, you see how some people are treated differently. Some people get to do the easy jobs where the other ones have to do the hard stuff based on the person's status. I don't want to get too deep because I can in this arena, but you get what I'm saying. So community in the workplace is zero, absolute zero. And that comes from titles. People receiving a title and receiving power over others that's not even there. It's not even real. So the word community has many, many different aspects, levels, genres. But remember that there are several words within that word. Commune is the first one, and that's the ability to speak to others at the same level, no matter what. You'll get more respect if you respect others than you will if you oppress, like the oppressors. Look at 90% of the people in this country. Are they happy? No, they are not. Some of them are on this call. Are you happy with how you were treated over your work history? I guarantee you, when I go into Q&A, you'll hear how they were treated and how they feel about how the community or the commune of their employers treated them or is treating them, because some of us are still working. The second one, how do you provide service for your community? Always remember two things: commune and community. No, I'm not trying to be funny. Those two things are separate. And how you provide them generates who you are. Just like people come to this call to learn. So I have generated a mindset that people want to commune with. There's 21 of you that decided to make it to this call this morning to commune. So as you do things over the course of your existence and generation, try to make sure that you're doing things that helps others all the time, not just because of a certain situation or holiday or whatever. One of the hardest things to do is to live in the light of the Creator. It's very difficult. But when you get it just a little bit right, people will commune with you because they can feel the generosity, they can feel the honesty, and it's very difficult to be honest. You'll find out that it's very easy to be tainted to go other ways and speak untruths just to get above. It happens. You have to be able to recognize it and not do it. But when you get it just a little bit right, just a little bit, people will confide in you. People will look up your name. They will call you. They will ask questions. Within service for your community, there's a word called humility. Humility is your ability to remove structure or remove titles. It allows you to work in the light of it and not in the dark. You wear compassion on your collar, humility on this side. It opens up your heart to receive people with discernment. I have to put that in there because people will take advantage of nice, kind people. Trust me, I know. So you have to have discernment along with those two, humility and compassion. Because if you put yourself out there as that type of person, someone's going to try to find out what they can get from you. At the present moment, I think that's going to change. As a matter of fact, I have a very strong feeling that that is going to change in a very near future. The last one, let me quiet this thing down. Should have did it before the call. My apologies. The last one is for you guys to look at your decisions. I'm far past 21, but when I was 21, I was in the military. So at that point, my finances were being taken care of to a certain aspect. Goals are your own standards. So you set the goals for your future. You set what it is that you decide is right. No one else can set your goals. Because 9 times out of 10, when someone else sets a goal for you, they're living a dream through you. Or if it's something they didn't get to do before they were 21, they're going to try to get you to do. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. That's where discernment comes in. But at the end of the day, the decision is yours because you're the one that is setting the goal. Now, if you need assistance setting a goal, that's different. You confide in your elders and your parents to find out what's good for you. Not everyone's going to have the same goal by 21. Those goals are going to change. Now, it's not set in stone that once, if you set a goal for 21, that that's the way you're going to live for the rest of your life. No, that is not what that means. These are markers within your life. Once you attain these goals that you set for 21, you set some new goals for another 10 years or 5 years. Your choice. You set your own goal. Now, what is a goal? A goal is something to reach toward. Financial literacy is the goal that I have for all of you, young and old. Am I a financial advisor? No. Do I have license to uh, instruct on financial things? No. And I will admit that on recording. But I have read a lot, and nothing more than a conversation helps people grow. So when you read about things and you are involved in some of them, then you have some general idea of how they work. Um, all of what we do is a journey. So your journey is daily, weekly, yearly, and it changes. So a goal changes, information changes, and when you're having a conversation about something, you pick up things. You start to learn how this works. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. And even I learned from some of the answers that are given. Do I profess to know everything? Nope, sure don't, and won't, because every day I learn something new. So, in that aspect, a conversation is communing, speaking to others. So, full circle, you see how this works. Like I said, words are definitely given for a reason. So, these goals and the conversation of finances is where you grow. Now you know about wallets, if you didn't already. Now you know about them. You know what they're used for, how to get them, how to set them up. I was going to do the debit cards, but I would prefer to have everybody here. No offense, Keith Ann, but I'd like to have everybody here for that. The next move is the crypto debit cards. How to get them? I do have a list. How to get them, how to set them up, how to use them. So the crypto debit card, I am going to talk about. The crypto debit card is your work between. Now follow what I'm saying here. The work between the wallet and your bank. The crypto debit card is in the middle. So you would ask, why is it in the middle? Some wallets do have the Visa, MasterCard insignia on them. They are a wallet that you can shop with. Not many, only a couple of them. The bank has neither one. It is just what it is, a bank. That's where your resources are held in private. The work between is the crypto debit card. Now, the crypto debit card, like I said before, is going to have that on the bottom, or that on the bottom of it. Okay? Either or. Make sure you have both. Like I said, I will unveil that list and then you guys can go get them, set them up. They're pretty much how you're going to shop. In the very near future, the QFS is going to be released. Now, the QFS, a lot of people call it different things. They call it the blockchain available to all, which I agree with. Remember, the QFS is a financial system only. That's it. You have right now with these guys, Gotta make sure I'm not showing numbers. This is a PNC card. This is a bank. With them, you have the SWIFT system, how money is moved all around. You have chip system. That's the actual chip within the card. Okay. And you have the Echo, which is the transmit tap. So it's a lot of software within the bank cards, but same software is going to be available in your crypto debit. Now, there's a very extreme difference that I need to touch on at this part or juncture of the call. A crypto debit card is exactly what it is, what it says it is. Cryptocurrency debit card, which means you can shop with it at most locations that accept Visa or MasterCard. The transaction happens within a split second, just like with your bank card. When you put it in the thing or tap it, it'll go beep and the transaction is completed for what you have in the bank. Okay, so it pulls from your bank account in a split second. A crypto debit card does the exact same thing. The only difference is with a crypto debit card, you load onto it what you want to spend. I'll say that again. You load onto it what you want to spend. Now remember, there's four steps now. The first three steps was resources. And I'm going to always go over this so we remember it. The more you hear it, the more it'll be second nature. That's why I always repeat. It's not to bore you. The resources are all of what's coming. Promise Delivered, Team Royal, your job, whatever is providing a resource for you. That's what's coming in. It's going to come into your wallet as either a digital currency or cryptocurrency. There's two. Remember, they're going to be available as soon as everything switches. They're available now. Cryptocurrency is already out there, as you know. Digital currency, not so much, because a digital currency has to be created. And that's what is literally days away. I would say by the middle of next week, you're going to start hearing the word digital currency because the paper is done. Do I have proof of that? No. All you have to do is look around. With that comes in a digital currency. They have to switch from one to the other. The fiat, which is the green stuff, I used to have one here too, as my little prop. The green stuff is fiat, a debt instrument. It has no value. It is used in fraud. Truth is truth. Truth may hurt. It is what it is. It is a fraudulent piece of paper that we use on a regular basis, and we have forced people to use around the world. Well, around the world said, take your piece of paper and go fly a kite. And they have come out with bricks. This is not new information. You can look on any or most major channels and hear bricks. You're always going to hear it here because I'm going to tell you the truth. BRICS is coming, and BRICS is going to remove the US dollar, period. It's already happening. So it's not a gonna thing, it's happening. All the other countries, 209 of them, said, you know what? We have our own money. You guys, talking about the US, forced us to use your money. And then you took advantage of us. So they said, you know what? Keep your money. You want to shop with us? Use our money or gold. real money. That's what's happening. As a matter of fact, Israel, just a day or so ago, shut off or will shut off tomorrow on the 9th. That's when the contract ends for the US to influence their money. They have said no more. That's the tumbler. That's why I said in a couple of days, you're going to see a lot change rapidly. When Israel goes off of the US dollar, that kills the petrodollar, which means the fiat paper will have no standing. The United States is going to be forced to bring out a digital currency. Now they want to control it, CBDC, central bank digital currency. But the United States Congress and upper heads, these levels of people that decide how other people live, which I believe and stand under the word that is all garbage. Someone who has never met me is deciding how I live. That's garbage. So a lot of things are going to change very quickly. And I really need everyone to be aware of that and be ready for it. So when it switches, you're going to see digital currency come aboard. That's when you'll see on that debit card cryptocurrency and digital currency. Okay? That's what A Promise Delivered is going to be paying in. That's what the other two opportunities are going to be paying in. And that's what I'm pretty sure everyone else is going to move to it, because that will be the standard for this country. There'll be no more paychecks on that fiat. The banks themselves are going to change, because now they have to operate in digital currency. And this is where the community service comes in. You may have to help somebody that doesn't have the opportunity to be on a call like this to get the understanding and knowledge of what's coming and how to use it. So a crypto debit card allows you to spend cryptocurrency and or digital currency to get the things you need and want. You're just doing it with a card. Or remember, the phone. These cards and whatnot are digital. So they live here, and some of them will live on a card. Now, the bank, as you know, is digital. This will hold what you're not using, not these guys. These guys don't know how to act. These guys take advantage of you and have. These guys stand in between you and your finances. If you decide to do something, you have to go ask permission. That's my money in there. If I put it there, why do I have to ask you to use it? Think about that for a second. And 90% of the people on this call that are beyond the age of 21 have been depositing our checks. Notice I said our, because I'm part of that. When you deposit your check, you sign over rights to these guys. When you deposit a check, you put your signature on the back of it. You sign over the rights to whatever's on that check. If it's $300, if it's $1,000, whatever it is, you sign it over to them, stating, and watch this, I am not competent enough to handle my own finances, so I'm going to give it to you guys, so you can say how I use it. Just talking about it upsets me. And that's part of the take advantage of you that this country has done. But with knowledge, you shall not perish under the same faults that we have done. You'll have an opportunity to make a decision, to choose whether or not to work with these individuals. It's up to you. They'll still be around under different classification, but they'll still be around. Trust that. But the power is in your hands now and forthgoing, not in theirs. You will remember me talking about the word credit, and that's what Team Royal has a lot to do with, to help you reestablish so that you can buy a home or whatever, car, boat, whatever it is you're trying to do. You have to have a certain amount of credit, which is a non-existing title. I'm going to show you how these titles work and why I don't like them. So when you go to the bank, these guys, and you say, well, I want to buy a house. I'm ready to be a homeowner. I work every day. I make this much. I put it in your bank. I sign it over to you every Friday or every other Friday, depending on how your pay is. So you know how much money I have. You see what I'm making every week. You know what my worth is or how much I'm generating in worth-wise. And you ask them, I'd like to buy a house. The next question out of their mouth, what's your credit look like? What do you mean? What is your net worth? How much are you worth to purchase a home? Well, you see what my paychecks are. You see the deposit every week. You shouldn't even have to ask that question. So what I'm showing you is when you make a question or a request, the conversation, the commune goes a different direction. They're going to ask, what's your credit? So you have to do what? Go commune with someone who decides what your credit is. Equifax, TransUnion, the other one. And they say, well, you had a bicycle, you bought a moped, you made your payments a couple of times, you were late once. You bought this ring for such and such, and you paid that one off, so that's good. You bought, so they're going over your history of purchasing things. Some you paid good, some you didn't. In that process, generates a number. That number is your credit score. Credit score. They are deciding, because of your history of purchasing and paying, a number. That number can be whatever. They come up with it out of some type of chart. And they tag you with that number. So let's say that number is 550. We'll give you a 550 because you were late a couple times. So you're not real good. So we'll give you 550. Right? So now you have been tagged with a specific number. That is your net worth in this country. That is your worthiness financially. A score of 550. You go back to the bank and the bank says, okay, well, let's run your credit. And they come up with this number of 550. And they say, well, unfortunately, Mr. Lewis, we are unable to extend you any mortgages because your credit score is not high enough. I actually heard those very words. Like I said, this call and anything and everything I talk about comes from actual experience. Working multiple jobs, sweating, saving, putting money in the bank. They title your credit score. And from that is your credit worthiness. This is why I want all of my youngins, my juniors, to have that established right now. I don't want you to go to the bank, or if you would be doing that going forward anyway. But the scenario is, the commune here is, I don't want you to go through what I went through. I don't want you to hear the word, oh, you're 550 or you're 620. No, you're going to be 800s plus, even if that is around. That may go away as well, because that's part of the foolishness of this non-existent fraudulent paper that we're pushing across the counter. That's all going to go away. If it doesn't, and we're still in that category, you will have the knowledge to not be in any kind of low number. You will not. You will be financially secure if I have anything to do with it. That's the whole reason for Promise Delivery. That's the whole reason for this call, to give you the education you need so that you can secure and protect your finances, become your own bank. And then who do you have to ask if you want to buy a car, or if you want to take another course at school, or if you want to take a whole nother training? Let's say that training is $10,000 and you have 140,000 in your bank. Who do you have to ask to spend 10,000? No one. That's financial security. And because the system that we will be under, Quantum Financial, it's going to be digital. These guys are not digital yet. They will be. They're going to come over. They have no choice. But these guys, I'm just going to use this card for an example. This is WireX. These guys are already there. They were born there. We, here's that evolution that I was telling you about, are evolving to them. This stuff was already out long before now. Cryptocurrency's been out. Now all finances is coming up to this. See how the full circle, see how the evolution, financial evolution, that's what this class is. I took you from the very beginning to right where we're at right now. So to keep up with that work between, which will be a crypto debit card, you will be able to purchase things either out of funding it with your bank, putting the funds back on that card for you to spend as you see fit, not off of some crazy credit score or some crazy bank that says, oh, well, you made a couple late payments, so you can't have a house or you can't have a car. But I work every day. I don't care. You can't have it. That's their attitude. And like I said, out of experience, I've been through these things. And the reason for this call is so you don't have to ever hear that foolishness. You will no longer trade your time for finance. You sure won't. A Promise Delivered will see to that. Team Royal will see to that. You know, you won't have to go out and work 2 jobs like I'm still doing at my age. 2 jobs. Why am I doing it? To live, to pay the bill. It's not supposed to be. By the age 40, you should be financially secure, period. If you're not, you didn't do it right. You did it the hard way, like I'm doing at this very moment. Truth is hard to take sometimes, very difficult to take. But you have to be ready to either receive it and or give it. Speak the truth all the time, even if it hurts. Speak it. Be cordial, be loving, understanding, but speak the truth. I'm telling you, it's easier. The work between is going to be a crypto debit card, which will also set the standard for how you move your finances. Okay? It can live on your phone. So the need to carry purses with wallets and us sitting on a wallet, like I don't sit on my wallet anymore. I put it in my front pocket. That's where my sciatic foolishness came from, sitting on a wallet. But for the most part, your finances are going to be on your phone. You'll be able to do a transaction with your phone in a matter of seconds. Instead of calling the bank, oh, I'm getting ready to buy a car. I need to. No, 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 no. You go to the dealership, you bring up your card on your phone, pick out the vehicle you want. Everything's good. It's time to make the down payment. They say, well, we need a down payment of whatever. Let's just do the scenario so you see what I'm talking about. And they say, well, everything checks out. You have the finances to secure the vehicle and everything's good. You've been, you have an 800 plus credit score. We don't see any issue why you shouldn't have this vehicle. So here, this is what we need for a down payment, $6,000. And you don't blink an eye. You say, okay, tap your phone a couple times. Let's go over to finance. Finance will bring up the little thing on the little tap screen, and you take your phone and go up, beep, $6,000. Boom, paid. Now, in the future, and I see it coming along with the quantum financial, you're going to have a card, another card, that will be attached to your quantum account. That card will have the ability, now watch this, it will have the ability for you to go to that dealership, and let's say that you're buying a boat because you like to fish like me, and you want a boat that has all the bells and whistles, this, that, and the other. I want this, that, yeah. Fishing rods, I want life jackets, sonar, the whole nine, full package. Let's say that package is $1.2 million because that's the boat I'm looking at. That's how I know the numbers. It's 1.2 million, but it has everything, and that's the way it should be. So you have to think no limits. Most people would say 1.2 million for a boat to go fishing. Yes, absolutely. Why not? You will have a card on the quantum that will come in a case like this. This is not it, so don't start tripping. This is my promise delivered Cash App. That's how it came. So Promise Delivered has its own Cash App now. But you will get a quantum card similar to this. It's going to come in a case. It'll be metal, like this one is. Hear that? It'll come in a case. It'll be metal for you to use, but it'll also have a digital representation, which you already know. Cash App, has a, you can go on there and it has the little QR code that you copy and send to people that are sending funds or whatever. So you can make purchases online with it. But that quantum card will be able to go to that boat dealership, and whatever the price is, you'll be able to put that card up, beep, it's paid for right then and there. Now, here's where I'm going to put a smile on your face, all of you. The same exact ability will be defined by a promise delivered because of joint partnership. You will attain the ability to receive that kind of resources that you'll be able to go and go beep for that fishing boat paid for and go fishing. Or whatever it is that you choose or desire to do, you will have the finances to do it before age 40. Might even before that. That's my goal. My personal goal is to have each and every one of my youngins to be financially absolute secure before the age of 40, if not sooner. That's a goal. All right. I think I have chattered enough. We're at the 12 o'clock point. Any questions, Keith Ann?
Hi, Miss Lewis. How
Hello,
are
Gina.
you?
Blessed and highly favored.
All
Glad
right, a
you.
couple things. First and foremost, I do apologize sincerely on behalf of myself and my siblings for being late. We had some time zone issues and technical issues as well with the internet. We're currently in Alabama right now,
Mm.
and we had trouble connecting to the internet as well. And then when we did finally figure it out, we clicked on the wrong link. So it was like a lot of back and forth. I blame my siblings. You know, I would never, but you
It's
know.
okay. It's all right.
All
It's
right. And then for our homework, did you want us to go ahead and give the
yes,
definition
yes,
that
please.
we had? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start since I'm the oldest. Um, it was community, and my definition for community is a group of people. Mom. My definition for community is a group of people who possibly live together or who share a common interest. What both have in common is that they convey a sense of together. People come together in support of something good or bad all the time, which is an overall feeling of fellowship. And then my definition for how do I provide service for my community, I can do that by volunteering, donating. I can also choose to educate people on the things that I've learned about the financial realm on this call. And then my financial goals at 21 is to have at least 10 passive incomes assuring financial stability. So yeah, those are my definitions.
Perfect.
Wow.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else?
Mr. Lewis, could I go next?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My definition of community is a group of people living in the same place and sharing common interests, characteristics, or goals. And my examples of community service is volunteering at a soup kitchen, organizing a neighborhood cleanup, tutoring younger students, or visiting elderly residents at a nursing home and helping them out.
Awesome. Financial goals? If you're speaking, I can't hear you. Technical difficulties, y'all.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it, the part where you wanted my financial goals, but right now I'm not really sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really positive on it. So
That's the
that's
correct
it.
answer, by the way.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. It's okay to not know. That see, I don't want everyone, and this is for everybody. The reason for a class and the reason for commune discussion is to bring forth either I know or I don't know. It's okay to not know. people get an apprehension that if you don't know, oh, don't say nothing. He's gonna think you're dumb, or he's gonna think I'm stupid. No, the whole reason for class is to get information, use information, find information. If you don't know, you got to find it. And for you, I understand that 21 is a little ways off. So you have time to look at different avenues, different conversations. You're going to look up different things. What about doing this? Well, I have to do this or that. I don't like that. What about this? And that's okay. All right. So don't ever think it's not okay to say, I don't know. That's how you learn. But awesome job. Thank you. Next.
Hi, Miss Lewis. This is Kayla.
Hello, Kayla.
My definition for community is a group of people who share common interests or a place within a larger, smaller society. And I'm still working on my financial goals.
Okay. How do you provide a service for your community?
By like cleaning up after them. Or visiting nursing homes too.
Okay. How about we teach people to not be dirty? We don't want to clean up behind no one. But thank you. MJ, where you at?
Good afternoon, Mrs. Bowie. So I'm having technical difficulties with my laptop, but so I'm using my mom's phone right now.
Okay.
The homework.
Community?
So my definition of community is like a group of people living in one neighborhood. Yeah. Group of people, basically just what's it called? Citizens of this neighborhood. That's what I mean. And community service, is that the next one?
Mm-hmm. What can you provide as a community service?
Well, I do see a lot of trash in that neighborhood, so I would be picking up that trash. Not with my bare hands now. I'm gonna use some sort of claw machine to pick it up, throw it in a dumpster.
Okay.
And the next one was, what is my financial goals when I'm 21? Is that the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I plan to have at least, keyword at least, $10,000 in my bank account at 21.
Okay.
And I plan to be a basketball player, but I haven't decided, like, if I can't do that, a side job yet. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. You got time.
Plenty of time.
God providing, you have time to find out what else. You'll have plenty of time.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Lewis.
Awesome. Thank you, MJ. I appreciate you. Anyone else before I move on? All right. In closing, because I have to jump over to the adult class. In closing, I want to say a couple of things to the parents. And those things are this. Continue doing what you are doing, because the juniors on this call impress me every call. There's not been a call yet that I have got off the call and be like, man, they ain't teaching that baby nothing. So I commend all of the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever is guiding these young people. Continue doing that. My hat's off to you. Excellent job. I'm so proud of these young people. Two things that I know is going to happen in the very near future. One, they're going to be financially secure. Two, you will have someone that you will be able to look at and say, that's my baby. And be the proudest person on the planet. Because of the knowledge that they'll have, that they already have, and I'm sure everyone else on this call will say the same thing, and what they will aspire to be. And it won't be forced by some label. Oh, I have to be a car person. I have to go work at the plant because that's where they're making the money. These babies are not going to chase money. Money's going to chase them. And that's the difference. And that's an awesome thing to be a part of. So I appreciate you for what you have done with it. I'm glad to be an addition to that. All right, so I'm going to open it up so we can say good afternoon. Any comments, concerns, questions before we jump off and jump on?
My Tower, I need to ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank you. Well, I'm coming. I want to thank you for teaching these young adults, and I want to thank them. I mean, when I first got on, I mean, they have really progressed from when they first started. And I get that to you, and I get that to them. They've been doing their homework, and that is very, very great. And I thank you for what you've done for them and what they have accomplished. You know, just from being on this call, your call. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. They doing a great job, and you're doing a great job with it too. And one thing, you'll be on the same number when we get on the adult call.
It will be different.
Well, I didn't get that one.
I'll make sure you get it.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Good day. How are you?
Blessed.
So I'm gonna send my sister. I appreciate you. You already know that. So thank you. You know, I had that Apple switch over here in Alabama to get these little brats in order and get on the call. So thank you. Thank you for your patience for everything you do for the kids and what you're teaching, taking your time out to do this. We appreciate you.
My pleasure.
For sure.
My pleasure.
For sure. So as for the next call, is a new link or my old
No,
link?
it's the same link.
Okay,
link.
all right, I can find
Some
that.
people
Okay.
got it, some didn't.
Okay. All right, have a good day till I see you later.
All right, in a few minutes.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Mr.
All
Lewis,
right. Yes.
as always, thanks so much. We appreciate all the knowledge you're imparting to us and to our children. I'm pretty sure that most of them has gathered a lot more than they would ever have gathered were they in a sitting classroom. I thank you immensely. Have a wonderful day.
Absolutely. Thank
All
you.
right. You're welcome.
All right, that it?
Don't
All
forget,
right.
don't forget to send me the link so I can get on.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, watch your email. I'm getting ready to send it to you in just a second. As soon as I open it up, I get the invite and send it right to you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll see you next Saturday, God willing. Stay blessed and keep your eyes open.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lewis. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
You're so welcome.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Have a blessed day.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
You're so welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
You're welcome.